Hey you guys, this is Rafael from Relics.com. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about a gun that is very easy to overlook. Some of the really interesting guns of the Civil War time frame didn't start out in America. They came over here from over the pond. This is one of those that looks really similar to a very common rifle. And if you didn't know any better, you'd overlook it just like that. But if you look closely, you see something that's really cool, really scarce. This one is officially known as the Prussian Model 1849 Navy rifle, or Navy musket, excuse me. It's not rifle, it's smoothbore. This one was made in Prussia. When we look at the lot plate, we see that double-headed Prussian Federal Eagle. And right below that, we have Shiloh. Shiloh is an area in Germany, and it's also a manufacturing center. And they made really nice quality pieces. It's got a good clear mark. Down below it, it's got the anchor design. And they say they only made 1,200 of these. I found another spot that said 2,000, but I couldn't verify that. I think it's 1,200 originally, which isn't many. And when you figure there weren't many at all to begin with, this one was brought over and converted from flintlock to percussion in Philadelphia. It was done by Andrew Werflein. And Werflein, that cat was an entrepreneur. He converted guns, he sold guns, he fixed guns. He was impressive. And they did the conversion on this one, and they did it for the city of Philadelphia. And that lets us know that it did come here and it did go into service here in America rather than stay over there in Prussia. At the breech of the barrel, we have a couple of interesting marks. At the very breech on the top, we have the matching anchor mark like this. On one of the flats, though, we've got the city of Philadelphia marked like this. So that lets us know it did go to the city of Philadelphia. Thank you, Mr. Werflein, for all you did. He did quite a bit that ended up in the Keystone State there. But this one, when you look at it, if it's laying on a table, you'll overlook it because it looks very similar to that Prussian Model 1809 musket, the big heavy one that they imported a good bit of, and they went a little bit of everywhere, and they're fairly common. They're neat guns. I love them, don't get me wrong, but they're not super desirable, and they made thousands of them. This one, whole different critter. It looks like that 1808, but it looks shrunk down. This one has a 37-inch barrel, still fires a 71 caliber bullet. So bam, it's gonna pop when it hits. 71 caliber round ball, because it's not rifled. They're really pretty guns, but it looks like that early Prussian shrunk down, just not as big. They stand out from a lot of the guns because they have brass everywhere. If you look at this, it has a brass nose cap, it has brass barrel bands, brass trigger guard, brass just everywhere. It has an iron butt plate though. I almost let that slip, so called that brass, but it ain't. The guns have the single piece dark wood stock, really pretty. And this one's well marked. It's a scarce gun, went to the city of Philadelphia, and it's easily overlooked. So the details are they're so important. So look, next time you see if you're at a show or somebody's collection and you see a gun, don't write it off as just a regular old Potsdam. Go up and look at it, because see if you can see that anchor. See if it looks a little bit smaller, because it makes a world of difference. This one is complete. It's got the ramrod, it's got the sling swivels. It's just a nice gun all the way around. It's got some wear, and I like that, because that way you know it just didn't sit in an arsenal for 4 years. This one, somebody used it somewhere. It's a cool gun. If you go on to ShilohRelics.com, you can see pictures from every angle. As of the time of this video, it is for sale. You can own it. You can see its cousins and brothers, because I've got a lot of stuff on there right now. Bought a couple of collections, working on a couple of more. I hope that you guys are doing well. If I've noticed here lately that there's a lot of anger in the world. There is a whole lot of anger in the world. I've seen normal, sane people saying and doing crazy things. And if it would help anything, I'd be like, hey, go on, do those crazy things, say those crazy things, but it ain't. We all need to take a deep breath. We need to focus on some positive things. Go back and watch the Clara Barton video. It's one of my favorites. I watch it just because she's impressive to me. She was a light in a very dark time. And we need some of those Clara Bartons in the world to step forward, because the leaders we've got right now on both sides, I wouldn't hire them to work at McDonald's. And I love McDonald's. But we need some positive people. We need some positive movement forward. And we can't count on those people to do it. So we're going to have to do it ourselves. We're going to have to be that positive, rational, considerate, thinking people that are out there, because there are a lot of them just crazy people, but we got to make it somewhere. We got to move forward on positive things. And I hope that I am a positive thing in your life, because you guys are a positive thing in mine. And I want to say thank you. I say it a lot, but I mean it every time. I am so thankful that you watch these videos. I'm thankful that you share them. I'm thankful that you give me the feedback that you get. I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you have the best damn day you have ever had in your life, because you deserve it. You're smart enough to be watching these videos. I love you guys. I'll catch you next time.